Hey everyone, how's it going? So today I'll be making a delicious spaghetti recipe with a rich tomato sauce. So these are ingredients for the sauce, and here's my spaghetti, which will be boiling just in a minute. So it's a very simple recipe, and it's very flavorful and delicious. So you'll need um, lots of tomatoes, garlic, and onion, and our spaghetti, of course. So I'll start with boiling the spaghetti. So here we are. We'll light up the stove, and I'll take a pan and place it over our stove. Then we will put water in it. So I put good quantity of water in here because to make good spaghetti, you need a good volume of water so the spaghetti can cook nicely and in an open space, instead of a little water where it's all cramped up and they kind of get clumpy and weird. So we need an open space and lots of water for them to cook into. And now I'll add some salt to it. So here's our salt, and it's always to taste. So I'll just be adding 1 spoon. It's like almost like a teaspoon, and a half spoon, because we will also be adding salt later in our sauce. So that will just balance everything out. We just need a bit of salt while boiling so that our spaghetti isn't totally flavorless. We just want to make it a bit salty. And now we'll just mix it together. Alright, so Tutani is here, and here you go. Alright, so while the water boils, we'll just get to prepare the vegetables for our sauce. So I have the water here, and I'll wash our ingredients, our sauce ingredients, nicely before I start cutting them. Well, I wash these guys after I peel them. Okay, so I've washed all of our ingredients, and here I am just going to use half of that onion because it's a big onion, so I'm just using half because the sauce is going to focus mainly on tomatoes. And I'm using 4 big cloves of garlic here because I like garlic. It adds that very nice kind of flavor to any dish, especially pastas and spaghetti and so on. Alright, so while I was doing that, the water has started to bubble up, and it's when I add the spaghetti into it. So I'm not making lots, maybe just a plate or two, so this is enough for me right now. So I'll just put it in here. Yeah, maybe just a little more. Just a little more, yeah. We will stir it nicely and let it boil. Alright, so our veggies are here, and I'll start chopping them up, and we'll be cutting them small so that they can turn into a nice sauce for our pasta. We do not, spaghetti. We do not want big chunks of vegetables in our sauce, so I'll just cut them nice and small. Onions are done. Now let's move on to garlics. I would suggest that you just make small pieces of them, and do not crush them entirely, because that kind of takes away our garlic's flavor. Alright, now comes the tomatoes. Okay, so our sauce ingredients are all nicely done, and it seems like our spaghetti is done as well. Alright, so we'll start our sauce making process in this pan. Here I'll just turn off the stove. So I've made pastas, macaronis and spaghetti many times. I don't know, most people just do something like they drain all the water and oil the pasta or spaghetti. But I've just, whenever I make it, I just leave it in the water, and it always turns out right. It never gets like totally sloppy or anything like that. So I'll just do my usual thing and leave it in the water while we make our sauce here. So I have the pan here, and I'll just add some ghee in it so we can start making our sauce. I'm adding a bit of generous amount. So the first thing that I'm going to add is garlic. There goes our garlic. Alright, but you gotta make sure that you don't overdo it, okay? You don't want your garlic turning brown or anything, or it will make the flavor weird. You just need it aromatic and softened up. And now I'll immediately add the onions. I'll collect the onions and add them. And now we are going to stir them nicely. You see they're already getting translucent beautifully. And here I can smell the smell of onions and garlic. It smells real nice. Alright, so they've been like frying for 2 minutes or so, and now we'll just add the tomatoes. So it's frying on a medium flame. We don't want it to just burn or get dried in the beginning, because we want the tomatoes to soften up first. Then we'll do the sizzling part later. For now, they just need to soften up so we can crush them and make a nice sauce. Alright, so I left them to cook for like 5 minutes or so, and you can already see that they're starting to fall apart nicely. And taking the shape of a good sauce. When all these three ingredients will combine together, the onions, the garlic, the tomatoes, they're gonna make an amazing sauce for our spaghetti. So now it's time that I add a bit of water. The water that I'm going to use is from our boiled spaghetti. I'll just take a cup and add this water in here, so that the sauce can now cook without burning. We can add more water later as well if we need it, but for now it's gonna cook. So while we're letting it cook, here I have all the spices that I'm going to add into our sauce. So starting from salt here, I'll just take a spoonful of salt, add it here, a bit of coriander, cumin, that goes too, black pepper. It's a bit too spicy, so I'm just gonna add small amounts of spice because last time I ate some spicy food and my stomach hurt later. And just a tiny bit of red pepper. Well, you can adjust it to your taste, but I can't eat chili, so I'm just gonna add a little bit of it. And here's coriander, so I'll add that too. And here I'm using Chinese salt. You can totally use chicken flavor, chicken powder. I'm just using it for flavoring, but if you don't want to use it, it's totally up to you. If you don't want to put any chicken flavor at all, then don't. Just enjoy it with the vegetable flavor. It also tastes great with that too. We'll mix all the spices nicely now. And I'll also use the spatula and apply a bit of pressure on our vegetables here so that they can get crushed into a saucy consistency. Okay, so I've been working on the sauce for a while, mixing it together, and it's ready now. And just before, when I'm about to add the spaghetti, I drained the water. As you can see, they look amazing. And now we'll just grab it and put it in the sauce. Alright, so now we are just going to start mixing our spaghetti slowly into our sauce so the both things can combine nicely together. So you can make this recipe very easily. As I showed you all the ingredients, you can make it on holidays. You can make it for family. You can make it with your friends. Alright, so I've mixed the spaghetti and the sauce together, and look how beautiful it looks. And now I'm just going to grab a little bit of it for taste testing. You can see it's piping hot, covered in sauce, and delicious. Now let's have a taste and see how it turned out. I hope it turned out nice. It smells nice. It smells like tomatoes. Okay, so I'll just add a small quantity. Now let's grab a spoon and let's see how it turned out. So it's hot, so I'll just wait for it to cool down a bit. Oh my god. It turned out so nice. I mean, it's absolutely delicious. The tomato sauce, it combines so well with our spaghetti, the spices, and the garlic. It mixed so very nice. I can taste the onions as well, and it tastes So heavenly, it's so good. You guys need to try this recipe and you won't be disappointed, I guarantee it. I'm just gonna take another taste and I'll buy it actually. Yeah, and I'll surely probably be eating all of it myself because it's just that good. So if you like this video, then comment in the comment section below if you tried the recipe and if you liked it, and if you want to see me making any more recipes of any food that you like to see me making, then also tell me in the comment section below and I'll make it for you guys. I'll see you next time. Take care of yourselves. Bye.